Hybe Corporation, as one of South Korea's leading entertainment companies, seems to be trying its luck by expanding its influence in the international market, especially in the United States. Their move to acquire a number of well-known music labels in America may be an attempt to assert their dominance in the global entertainment industry. However, the question arises, can this ambitious move really establish Hybe as a leader in the international entertainment world? Or will it be a tough challenge full of risks? As a global idol group that is the face of K-pop, BTS is clearly Hybe's main asset. One of BTS's members, Kim Taehyung or V, is in the public spotlight. With his charisma and acting skills that have been recognized, such as in the historical drama Hwarang, Taehyung is considered a potential candidate to enter Hollywood. However, is the notoriously competitive American market ready to accept Asian actors, even with global popularity like Taehyung? Or is this a big test for BTS's ability to penetrate the film industry that is different from the music world? Hybe's plan to bring BTS to the Hollywood film world could be a big opportunity or just ambitious speculation. Hybe is reportedly discussing with several major studios for a film project involving BTS. If this plan succeeds, BTS will not only expand the influence of Korean culture, but also create a new synergy between music and film. However, a big challenge lies ahead, given the high standards and fierce competition in the American film industry. How can BTS balance the high expectations of fans while meeting the demands of Hollywood? There is also speculation about BTS's ability, especially Taehyung, to compete with Hollywood actors who have long dominated the big screen. Will their Hollywood debut be well received by international audiences who have different standards? And are BTS's ARMY fans, who have been BTS's biggest strength, strong enough to help them conquer Hollywood? On the other hand, Hybe's strategy of combining music and film elements could be a breakthrough that strengthens their position. The soundtracks performed by BTS certainly have great potential to become global hits. But the question remains, will this project be able to make a significant impact on the American entertainment market? Not only that, Hybe's investment in America is also considered a major effort to strengthen cultural relations between the East and the West. However, can this move really create a cultural bridge, or will it actually create a clash between different cultural values? Furthermore, with BTS's increasing involvement in Hollywood, will they be able to maintain the essence and identity of K-pop that has become their signature? 2025 is predicted to be a crucial year for BTS and Hybe. If they succeed, it will not only pave the way for other Asian artists to break into Hollywood, but also establish BTS as true global icons. However, if they fail, this move could be considered a costly strategic mistake. In any case, Hybe's move to bring BTS to the Hollywood film world will always be an interesting topic for speculation. Hybe seems to realize that bringing BTS to Hollywood is not only about expanding the market, but also about presenting a stronger representation of Asian culture in the Western entertainment industry. However, there are concerns that this exploration could create great pressure for BTS, especially since the expectations of them as global icons are so high. Will BTS be able to maintain their K-pop identity while meeting the demands of Hollywood culture? Furthermore, although BTS has an incredibly large international fan base, Hollywood's approach to marketing and art appreciation could be different from Hybe's current pattern. Hybe's strategy of relying on social media and fan engagement may be effective in the K-pop world, but will this approach be strong enough to break into Hollywood, which has a long tradition of film promotion and distribution? Kim Taehyung's abilities as an actor are also a hot topic. His debut in the drama Hwarang received positive responses, but entering Hollywood is a different challenge. Many talented international actors have tried to break into Hollywood, but failed to shine due to cultural barriers, language barriers, or lack of acceptance from local audiences. Will Taehyung's charisma be enough to overcome these obstacles? Not only that, a Hollywood film project involving BTS will require strong collaboration between Korean and American production teams. The differences in work styles and industry standards could be a challenge. Hybe must ensure that their vision for the project can be translated well into Hollywood without losing the Korean cultural values they want to promote. One of BTS's greatest strengths is the support of their fans, ARMY. who always provide incredible energy for every step they take. However, will this strong fan base be enough to ensure BTS's success in Hollywood? Especially considering that moviegoers often have different preferences than music fans? If BTS succeeds, this will not only be a huge win for Hybe, but it will also be a historic step for other Asian artists aspiring to break into Hollywood. However, there is a risk that if this project fails, BTS could lose their momentum in the K-pop industry, which has been the mainstay of their popularity so far. Hybe also has to face skepticism from the American film industry. Many may see this move as a mere experiment with no guarantee of success. However, if they succeed in combining music and film in one attractive package, this could be a new paradigm in the entertainment world. Another big question is how BTS will adapt to Hollywood's film production standards. From the tight schedule to the pressure to meet critics' expectations, it could all be a significant burden for a group that already has a busy schedule in the music world. Collaborating with famous Hollywood actors and directors could be one way to minimize the risk. However, the challenge is to ensure that these collaborations actually add value and do not simply use BTS's popularity as a main attraction. From an economic perspective, Hybe's move to invest in the United States could be a major boost for the creative sector. However, is the synergy between K-pop and Hollywood strong enough to create a significant economic impact? Or will it just be a temporary phenomenon that is difficult to maintain? In terms of culture, this project has the potential to be an important bridge between East and West. However, there is also the risk that differences in values and cultural views could become a barrier that is difficult to overcome. Can Hybe maintain this balance well? The year 2025 is a big bet for Hybe and BTS. If they succeed in entering Hollywood, it will be real proof that Asian artists can compete on the global stage. However, if it fails, it could be a major blow to their reputation as K-pop pioneers. Nevertheless, Hybe's decision to bring BTS to Hollywood shows their great ambition to continue to innovate. With their background in the music world, this move could be a pivotal moment to expand K-pop's influence to the wider world. However, with all the challenges that exist, Hybe must remain realistic. They must prepare a backup strategy in case this project does not go according to plan. This is important to maintain BTS's stability and Hybe's reputation in the global entertainment industry. Hybe's planned music and film collaborations also have the potential to open up new opportunities for creative work in the future. However, this innovation will only be successful if supported by mature execution and a deep understanding of the international market. However, while this move may seem ambitious, Hybe must face the reality that the Hollywood film industry has very high standards and fierce competition. Collaborating with famous actors and directors does have the potential to help BTS break into the American market, but there is no guarantee that Hollywood audiences will easily accept K-pop artists in the film world. Even with the huge support of ARMY, fans who have been BTS's pillars of strength, the challenges of culture, language, and adapting to Hollywood's working style remain obstacles that they must overcome. This move is clearly a big bet that requires a mature strategy so that BTS is not only known as a music group, but also as an all-round artist who is able to compete globally.
They don't wanna see me naked, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines